Hello students, in this video we will see the activities related to the lesson separation of substances. So let's start. So in this activity I will be showing you how to clear out the water of the dal that I have made. The solid particles have settled down and the watery part I will separate out in this bowl, and this process will show you decantation, where the heavier particles have settled down below in this bowl and the clear liquid will come onto this part. So I'll just, without disturbing, I will try to put this water of the dal in this bowl. So you can see that slowly the water can be taken from the upper part of this prepared dal and it can be poured into the separate bowl, which is called as decantation. So once again I will try to show you. When I am trying to pour the clear liquid from above the ready dal into a bowl, so that is the process of decantation. Now students, you can see that I have given some water in a vessel and put it into the gas so that it can boil. Now you can see the droplets of water is being formed and the water will start boiling, and when the water boils it will change into water vapor. So we'll wait for the formation of water vapor. Here water will evaporate into vapor, and I'll try to show you the process of condensation also. So here we are allowing the water to boil so that it can start evaporating. Now you can see the water is boiling harder and my camera is becoming hazy because of the accumulation of the water vapor. So I'll put a dish over it so that it can condense into the droplets. Let's see. So I have already covered this vessel with the help of a dish, and now I am going to remove the plate and see what has happened in the inner surface of the plate. So let's see now. Here also you can see the collection of water droplets which has condensed when the water was evaporating by touching the cold surface of the plate. In this experiment we have seen evaporation and condensation. Taken here a glass with water, and then I am putting 1 teaspoon of salt, and I'll try to dissolve the salt in this glass of water. It has dissolved, so now I'll try to give 1 more teaspoon of salt, and let's see if it is dissolving. It has dissolved, so I'll give 1 more. So let's see if it is dissolving again. It has dissolved, the color of the water is changing. So I'll give 1 more to see whether it is dissolving or not. I am dissolving, I am stirring it and trying to show whether it is dissolving or not. So yes, it has dissolved. Now 1 more teaspoon, and let's see whether it is dissolving or not. It has dissolved, so 1 more. Let's see whether it is dissolving. It has dissolved, so I'll give one more. So here you can see the deposition of salt in the lower part of the glass. Why this has happened? I have added here about 12 teaspoons of salt in this water, and I was stirring. When I was doing like this, that means I was stirring. When I was stirring, first of all, the first number 1 teaspoon of salt dissolved, then the second, third, fourth, like this way. I tried to dissolve about 12 teaspoons. So, after adding about 12 teaspoons, this has become a saturated solution of salt and water. So, if we go on adding more and more salt here, this will not dissolve in the water. So, this has become the saturated solution of salt and water. Now, here we have taken the saturated solution of the salt and I have put it on the gas so that I can boil it and see what happens after the water totally evaporates from the vessel. We will see, we'll start to heat the water, and when the water boils, when it starts evaporating, after the total water evaporates, we'll see what remains in the vessel. I will allow the water to boil. Already in the sides you can see the depositions which are white in color due to the deposition of the salt. I will allow the water to boil and we will see after some time what is there remaining in the vessel. Now you can see the water is boiling and there is deposition of salt which I had already dissolved in that glass full of water. It has come like a solid deposition in the vessel. So I am recovering my salt once again, you can see. So water is evaporating and the salt is deposited in the vessel here. So see, the salt I had already dissolved in the water and it is coming again. It is coming back again in the vessel when the water is being evaporated while I am boiling the water. So the similar process will take place in the preparation of salt, as we take the water from the sea and we store it, as I already explained when I was explaining you the lesson. So when the water evaporates, then we can collect the salt, and then after processing, the manufacturers can pack it, and after packaging it can be sold in the market. So the same process is being followed here. Now you can see the actual salt is already there in the vessel. So I'll allow it to cool after boiling and the water evaporated, and then there is a deposition of the salt in the vessel. Okay, so I have got back all my salt that I have dissolved in that glass full of water. So here we have seen that we can separate the mixture of the salt and water by the process of evaporation. If it is like this type of solution, that is a mixture of salt and water, then the salt can be easily obtained back by evaporating the water. So I will allow this vessel to cool down so that the soil can turn out to be the crystallized form that I have used while I was showing you the activity. So now I have taken here a siever or a strainer, if you can say, and I have taken some maida, which is a refined flour, and there are some impurities added to it. So now I will try to sieve the flour and take out the impurities from the maida. So I'll do it like this and try to sieve the maida through this strainer or the siever. slowly I will try to the clear maida or the flour will be passed through the nets present in this, and it will settle down. It will be collected in the dish that I have placed below the siever. So what I am doing here, I am sieving the flour. I am clearing the maida or the white flour from its impurities. And you can see the impurities are collected on the top of the siever. So I'll show you the impurities that are collected on the top of the siever. So in this way we can separate the substances which are both solids. When we buy substances, when we buy materials from the market, there can be impurities like this, and this can be easily separated by the help of the siever. And the process by which we separate out the impurities from the flour is called sieving. Again, here you can see the water is boiling, and I am putting some amount of tea leaves in water. So I am preparing tea, and we will see what process will be followed. The tea is being prepared and it is boiling. Now you will see what we all do before drinking tea. So I'll use a strainer for straining the tea leaves from the water before drinking. So now this is the water with the tea leaves, and it is ready for the filtration, or you can say the straining process. So I'll strain it, but before that you can easily see that the solid, that is the tea leaves, have deposited down and the clear liquid is on top. So I can decant the clear liquid from the top also, or I can strain. So now I will strain the tea with the help of the strainer, and you can see the tea leaves have accumulated here. So this is the example of straining in our everyday life.